I was scheduled to go to Virginia State College on a baseball scholarship. I had never heard of Florida Normal and Industrial Memorial College. Didn't want to hear it. I wanted to go to Virginia State. But God works in a mysterious way. When I got to St. Augustine, it opened up a total new door of awareness about segregation. I get off the Greyhound bus at 10 o'clock at night, see one cab in the parking lot, so I jump in it. And the cab driver turns and looks at me. He says, "Hey, nigga, can't you read?" I said, "Yes, I'm going to college." He said, "You better get your black so-and-so out of my cab." I get out, and I see on the side of his cab says, "White only." Petrified. Knew nobody in St. Augustine, and only had one name that I knew, so I called Dr. Purrier. He came down, picked me up, and personally took me out to the dorm, so I began to feel at home. And we started organizing, but we didn't have the support of the university, or the college at the time, the way we wanted. But then when Dr. King comes in '64, and we all go to St. Paul AME Church for his speech, and I'm sitting on stage thinking I'm really somebody important. And after he speaks, he says, "We're going to play my favorite game, Follow the Leader." So we start singing "We Shall Overcome," and we link arms and follow him out of the church. And we start down King Street. And all of a sudden, it seemed like horses just materialized out of the concrete. Klansmen, the sheriff's department. And they start beating us like we were cattle. In fact, some of us and myself got burned with the cattle prongs, and we had to split. And so we go back to the campus, and then we were really adamant that we were going to do something. So the next day, we joined with the students from St. Augustine, and we started picketing Woolworths. And the police department come, and they draw a line 6 inches from the edge of the sidewalk and tell us if we step over that line, we would be arrested for obstructing free passage of the citizens. And that day we were arrested, but they turned us loose that day. It gave us a severe warning. Next week we go down and we try it again. And it was a hot summer day. I forgot what month it was, but instead of putting us in the jail, they put us in the stockade. And the ground had been watered, so we were trying to avoid all the manure and stuff where those cattle had been in the stockade, and we're hot. And Dr. Purrier puts up bail money for the students, and we get released. These were the type of things that motivated us. So Dr. Purrier decided that enough's enough. The governor wouldn't give us protection from the National Guard. We had no protection from the city or the county. So he found a loophole in state law says, if you're hired as a security guard, you can carry a gun. We were broke, just about. So he hires young men on campus as security guards at $1 a year, so we can carry guns and protect our young ladies and protect ourselves. And some nights, when we would get word that maybe the Klan was going to ride through the campus, we would sleep up in the trees, those moss-hung trees, to protect our campus. And this went on for roughly about 6, maybe 8 months. And then the Board of Trustees and Dr. Purrier realized that the school could not prosper in St. Augustine under those conditions because student enrollment was dropping. So that prompted the move of the university from St. Augustine to South Florida. I'd have to say it was Dr. Purrier because he was president of the university at the time. And although he could not actively get out there and picket with us because he had to raise money and he had to keep the college going, we knew that he had our back. We knew that he would do anything within his power to see that we were protected, that we did not spend an excessive amount of time in jail. He mortgaged property in North Carolina to get bail money, and he was always there to console or comfort parents when they got word that, hey, Jay is in jail. Then he would call or contact them, let them know that I'm okay, or that he was doing his best to see that I would be back on campus, whatever. So a silent leader, he was my inspiration.